Because there are massive questions about the future of GP services in Tower Hamlets. And I don't want to, in any way, shape or form, undermine the questions which have already been raised about QOF or minimum practice income guarantee. But as I have found out over the past couple of weeks, it's nowhere near as simple as that. There are some practices who've got good deals out of the minimum practice income guarantee, and other practices which are getting less than 10% of some. There are all kinds of contracts where some practices are getting 75 quid a patient, others are getting 125 quid a patient. But the essential element for me, which is of concern, is that primary care is being starved, and the amount of money which is available for primary care is reducing to fund secondary care or to pay for the deficit. And I'm not clear, and I must be honest, I'm not clear exactly what is happening. But I know that we have a massive issue in Tower Hamlets, and we have a real threat to GP services in Tower Hamlets. And my job is to try to get as much information as possible into the public domain so we know exactly what the nature of the threat is, because when we find that out, then we can work out the best way to address it, to tackle it, to neutralise it, and to counter-attack, to protect the budgets that you all want to see protected, and I want to see protected, and Rachel wants to see protected, because if there's one thing that we are totally committed to doing, it's to protect the National Health Service in Tower Hamlets, primary and secondary care. I only see one campaign, which is to defend the NHS in Tower Hamlets. My job is to participate in that, to contribute to it, to help make sure it's successful, and that's exactly what I intend to do over the coming weeks and months. Thank you very much.
On the one hand, we have a vote of no confidence. On the other hand, let's sell the positivity of Tower Hamlets and say, do you really, Jeremy Hunt, want to take this away from not just us, because we have the data on us, and I'm sure Jim Fitzpatrick would agree, how good general practice is. Do you really want to start eroding that? You erode 5 practices from us, it's like Jenga, it's like dominoes. It will be 10 in a year's time. It will be 20 in 3 years' time. Do you want to do that? Well, we have so much evidence saying how good we are.
I got involved with this, obviously because of our practice being in the situation it was. Many of you know I lost my husband last year to cancer, and he was very precious to me, obviously. And to stand here a year later and to be thinking about something else that's so important to me, you know, the potential death of that, is what kind of galvanised me to be involved in this and to work with Virginia and the other partners to do what we can, not just to save our practice, but actually dream something even bigger, which is to, you know, to save actually the principles of the NHS, which I totally agree are under real threat. And the more I learn about it, the more I think that this is, you know, absolutely the battle we're fighting.